Something more serious. You're gonna play in Brussels.
More serious than dying.
More serious than dying.
Oh
well,
my god.
Well, yeah, a matter of something we I don't know. I can't really make a joke about, but maybe we should. Well, we had terrorist attacks in Brussels.
We did, and I think we did in Brussels. We're going to be the first band, I think, from what I've heard. Maybe the first public event since then. It's interesting for me. It's a difficult position to be in because we're not a very politically engaged band. That's not what we're about.
Really
well, no, it's not that. No, we are politically engaged as people,
yeah.
but as a band, we we're a pop band, and we're a release for people. You know, we're kind of fantastical. We're not embedded in reality, such strong things. And do you know what I mean? It's more about self-expression as opposed to it as community. But you can't be the first band to play since an atrocity when they banned public events and then be the first band and not say anything regardless of whether you're in Black Flag or the 1975. So I'm gonna have to address it. And fuck that. You can't take our liberties away. You can't take shows away from us. You can't, fuck that.
You already thought really about it? What are you gonna say, or what?
I'm thinking about what
You're
I'm
still
gonna
thinking
say.
about it.
Yeah,
right.
of course.
Well, I guess it must be a huge pressure.
It's not a huge pressure. It's just a very, very delicate situation, and it needs to be respected as such.
Also 1975 werden die in Brüssel spielen, wo die schlimme Terrorattacke stattgefunden hat, und der Matty denkt immer darüber nach, wie er mit dieser Situation dann wird umgehen, weil er offensichtlich muss etwas dazu sagen. I don't know. In recent time we had different terrorist attacks, also Paris, and all these attacks kind of want to take away our way of living or question the way we live. Now you as a band, excuse me. Now you as a band, you really stand for our generation. A lot of people connect to you. They're waiting outside right now because they're so connected to you and your music. You stand for this generation. How do you feel about being a representative of this generation, of a way of living that we want to have?
I think that I'm very, very proud to be a band that I feel does directly represent this generation. A lot through what we do musically. The way that we're kind of genre-less and we have all of these kind of these kind of aspects that mean that people feel really represented. You know, we create in the way that we consume, the same way that do you know what I mean? Like, we create music in the same way that we consume music. So
what do you mean exactly with that?
Well, what I mean is, we have no rules. You listen to loads of different types of music. You, camera lady, I'm sure you listen to loads of different types of music. Do you know what I mean? Your iPod will be full of different things. That's the way that we are now. Genres aren't that important to people. But there's not been that many bands who stand for that idea. We stand for that idea. We create music the same way we listen to it.
All right, I get it. So you take from everywhere and you combine
exactly, like a magpie.
We
find something cultural, shiny cultural information, and we take it and we use it for ourselves. So what I mean is, that means that we become very postmodern and very representative of this generation. And I think what you're saying is, regardless of how you get people there, and why they look up to you, once they're there, I suppose with great power comes great responsibility. Do you know what I mean? I have a responsibility to direct them in the right way or talk about the right things. So it is an interesting time when you have things like Paris or Lahore the other day in Pakistan and stuff like that. It's awful.